Hey fellow garage golfers, Roland here with Garage Golf, where we provide extraordinary golf info for the extraordinary golfer. We've got a brand new driver in from our good friends at Mizuno, one of our favorite companies out there that I'm looking to share with you guys. We're gonna test this driver out in here using our Mid Handicap perspective as always. We're looking forward to bringing that to you. Stay tuned and check it out. All right, thanks again for watching and welcome back. Here at Garage Golf, we provide information on golf products, golf equipment, golf simulators, and pretty much anything golf related. So if you're new to our channel, make sure to click the subscribe button and as well the bell notification so you can be alerted of new videos that come out like the one that you're watching here today. And as always, if you have any questions on any of the products that you see here in our golf simulator, make sure to check our video description for all of our product links. Some of those are affiliate links. They do help out our channel, and it really, really helps us if you use those, and it's at no additional cost to you. So we really appreciate that. If you like the info we provide, that's what we ask you to do to help out the channel, and we really appreciate that once again. Let's go ahead and jump right into the video. All right, so enough suspense has gone on. Let's go ahead and open up this box. I've already opened it because I couldn't wait to show you at home, and I had it for a little bit longer than I wanted, so I want to go ahead and get this thing open and shown to you guys, but I've already had and checked it out. It's pretty awesome. It is the Mizuno STG 220 driver, and it's a really, really cool product. Brand new from in the box, and still has a head cover, and as you can tell, still has the plastic. I have not yet tested it out yet, so I'm looking forward to taking this plastic off. I'm looking forward to showing you the club in more detail. Let's go ahead and show you the club up close really quick to give you a little bit of better look at this club. And I'll come back and show you a little bit more about how we test clubs here at Garage Golf, because we're a lot different than a lot of other channels out there. And I really don't know quite what it was about this driver, but for some reason, even my wife wanted to test it out. Well, sort of. Yeah, so I'm not really too sure what that was, but we like to have fun here at Garage Golf, so moving on. All right, so as you can tell on video, this is an absolutely gorgeous club. It's completely blacked out from head to toe. I do love the lambkin grip with the two-tone color though, with a little bit of gray there. Definitely like that. It's a really, really good looking club. The hazardous RDX smoke shaft on it as well. So here's how we do testing at Garage Golf. And the very first time you see my swing, you're gonna know that we're different here than any other channel you've probably seen before. And that's kind of our whole appeal, and that's why we gain such a good following, is the way we test out drivers is from a mid handicapper's perspective. So I'm about a 15 handicap, just so you know at home. And so of course you may have some people asking, well, what constitutes you being a good test for, being able to test out these drivers? Well, that's the whole deal, is that I'm just like most people out there. Most of the people, in fact, I may be worse than some of the people out there, obviously. But I'm giving you a perspective from a mid handicapper's, point of view. And the whole thing with this, and part of the reason why I started this channel when I first got started was I got tired of watching videos from golf pros hitting the golf ball 300, 350 yards. That doesn't apply to me as a mid handicapper, you know? Someone who's gonna actually buy these golf clubs instead of just getting them sent to them on a regular basis. Now, through time and through energy and dedication, I've started to be able to get good relationships with some of these companies. So, for example, Mizuno did send this to me to test out. I am sending it back when I'm done, but I did get the opportunity to test it. And part of that is because we just keep things honest here. I'm gonna show you all the shots, warts and all, you know, that's the whole appeal of it. So here's how we test things. We're gonna test about 10 shots with the Mizuno driver, and then I'm going to hit 10 shots with my current gamer, which is, as of right now, the Cobra Rad Speed. And we're gonna pit them side by side to see what kind of numbers I'm getting for both. And I'm looking forward to showing you that at home. And then we're also gonna do a fairway test where we take some shots and we see which of the two is gonna hit the fairway more often than not. So this is, again, from my perspective, from a mid-handicap perspective, you're gonna wanna get yourself tested as well. But this is how we do things, and then hopefully I can show you some footage outdoors as well if we get to it, and give you an idea a little bit more on how it did on an actual round of golf. So that's what we're looking to do, and that's how we're going to approach this. And a lot of people have liked it. So if there's something you wanna see when we do a review like this, let me know. But I'm looking forward to bringing that review to you. We're gonna get started with some shots. I'm gonna warm up a bit so we make sure that we get everything in there. Now again, the warts that we talk about, they're gonna be missed hits, things that I didn't hit 100% perfect, but are still a normal shot for me. I'm not going to include the duffs, the toe hits that I hit 100 yards. You know, that's not fair to the driver or either driver that we're testing today. So we're going to show you accurate shots, but we're gonna take out the major blemishes. We're just gonna show you some of the warts, but not all the major blemishes. So we're gonna keep it as real as we can, but keeping it fair to the driver. So let's get started. Before we do, I wanna take you to Mizuno's website. I'm gonna show you a little bit more about this driver and what makes it unique, and then we'll go ahead and move forward with the testing. All right, so let's go ahead and take a quick look at the STG 220 driver from Mizuno, which has 3 tracks and 2 movable weights. Just wanna show you a bit of the technology before we get into the testing here really quickly. Here you see looks like the carbon fiber head, which is really, really beautiful. Has a 2-tone color scheme, which is really, really nice, and I like that a lot. That's part of the whole appeal of this beautiful driver, is the look of the actual head at address, which we showed you on camera. That's definitely one thing that I'm a huge fan of. One of the other cool things is the adjustability of this. Not only does it have up to 4 degrees of loft adjustability, but you also have 7 different options for the weighting system and the track that you see here. So here we see a low flight neutral, mid flight neutral, high flight neutral. So you see how we can adjust the weights and move them around. We also have a high flight fade, a fade max bias where you see both the weights on top here. We have a draw high flight where we have 1 weight here on the back. And then we have a draw max bias where we have both weights here in the heel. So a whole bunch of adjustability, and definitely one of the things that you can fine tune and tweak for this driver, which we probably will look into testing out as well as we continue with the STG 220 driver from Mizuno. But a whole lot of technology has gone into this driver. It has a Z and an X axis where you have so much effective movement of the weight along that transaction. So basically, as you go through the process and you move and tweak those weights, you should see some adjustability with what you're looking to fine tune there as well. Mizuno also has a forged Beta TI face, which is a 2nd generation Beta TI face of the driver as well. And here are some of the main features from their website that they want to share with anyone interested in this driver. Has a modern player's profile, which is a deeper face, shorter back to front, but it still uses a full 460cc head. Again, you've seen the new dual weight center slot as well. Consistently solid feedback, we're gonna be testing that today. Optimized wave sole, which is supposed to give you additional contribution to the ball speed, low from the club face. And I guarantee I'll be testing out every spot of that club face with our driver today. New multi-thickness Core-Tech face, a greater draw and fade bias, and quick switch adjustability. So there's a whole lot of tweaking you can do on this driver, but how easy is it to maneuver those weights, take them off and everything, and adjust them as you need to with the tool that they provided. We'll be testing that as well today. And here you see the 4 degrees of loft adjustability to fine tune on the driver as well. So I'll be taking you into more details on that. We have a range loft between 7 to 11 degrees. The lie range is 56.5 to 59.5, and again, it's a 460cc head, and the length of this driver is 45 inches. I believe my gamer driver is closer to 46, so we'll take a look at that as well, and we'll show you a little bit more about which driver specifically we're testing in regards to the loft And when I first start testing everything, I'm going to keep it at standard and stock that's been sent to us here to test out for you at home. So for the purposes of this video, we're going to actually be using the Mizuno RB Tour X golf ball. And if you haven't tested the Mizuno golf ball for yourself, you don't know what you're missing. It's actually a really, really good quality golf ball. So we'll be using these exclusively today for today's testing with this Mizuno driver. I'm also going to be using the Uneekor EYEXO, which is our launch monitor that we use here in the simulator. It's going to give us all the numbers that we need to decipher and see kind of what we're doing with these golf clubs today. And I'm looking forward to testing the Mizuno STG 220 driver and then testing out against my current gamer to see if it's going to beat it. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. If you have any questions on anything, let us know. I want to alternate shots with drivers, keep things fresh, keep myself from getting too tired with one specific driver, and we'll be showing you the data and the numbers back. I'll be providing some feedback as we go. We'll try to keep it short and sweet, and we'll move on to our accuracy testing from there. All right, so I'm fully warmed up now, ready to go and start these shots, and we're going to start with the Mizuno STG 220 driver. And as you do see, I do have club tape here. This is going to allow the Uneekor EYEXO to read my club data as well. So we're going to be getting really accurate information in regards to all these shots. I also have it on my current gamer driver as well. Let's get started. All right, so decent strike from me on that one. Really good feel. Hit it right off the face. A little bit of a fade. I tend to hit either soft fade or hook draw. So we'll see how it continues to go. But really good feel from that shot. And for those of you who haven't really watched the channel yet or haven't subscribed yet, first of all, make sure to subscribe. Second of all, as far as myself and my whole golf game, some of the people who know the channel and have watched before know that I have a couple of ailments that kind of prohibit me from hitting it a little bit further. So I have a fractured vertebrae, I have a herniated disc in my back. I've had 2 full knee surgeries, completely tore everything, ACL, MCL, meniscus. So I have a hard time shifting weight at address. So that's part of one of the flaws with my swing. But you're gonna see averages from me probably somewhere between maybe 220 to 235, 240 range for total carry. If I start warming up and I'm hitting really well, you might see me carry the ball 250, 255. So just to kind of give you an idea on what I normally see and what my normal shots look like, so we can start comparing it when we see different shots from both drivers today. All right, so really good strike there. One of my best so far, 242 yards, 264 total rollout. So when I make good contact, this thing's doing its job. $231 yard total carry, 254 yards total rollout. I'm gonna switch it back up now. I'm gonna move to my current gamer, and we're gonna keep doing this as we continue to go along. Now for comparison purposes, my current gamer is the Cobra Rad Speed Pars and Stripes driver. I got it because I absolutely love red, white, and blue. That's one of my favorite things, but it also was a good driver for review purposes as well. The great thing about this test is that I actually have the exact same shaft pretty much. It's a Hazardous RDX smoke shaft, 60 gram, low spin, 6.0 and a 3.4. So I'm pretty much, the only difference is this has a 3.5 on the black, this has a 3.4 on this blue shaft. So it's gonna be very similar comparison for shaft purposes, which is a great comparison review. I'm looking forward to seeing the difference in the numbers. Let's go ahead and hit some shots now with my current gamer. Great one right off the bat, 223 carry, 248.6, hit it a little bit left though. Let's keep going. Decent strike there, a little bit left though. 220 with a 245 total rollout, 1759 backspin on that one. Still not my best strike though. All right, really good strike on that one. 221, 241. And again, you're seeing my club speed average right around 90 to 95. 131 ball speed on that one as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump right into the V software. I'm gonna go through this really quickly for you at home, but I wanna show you two things first. Number one, this is my current driver, which is a Cobra Rad Speed Pars and Stripes. And I'm gonna leave all the shots up for you in case you wanna pause it and take a look at it, but I'm not gonna go through every shot with you. I'm gonna try to keep this as short and sweet as possible. But remember that the two parameters that it must have had was a carry distance of 190 yards or more, and it couldn't have been any further right or left of the target line than 30 yards. That was to make sure that I keep everything as equal as possible between the two clubs. And if I were to switch to the Mizuno, here's my Mizuno shot as well. Again, you see, 10 shots registered, and this is what we're basically taking a look at for our averages. So let's go ahead and move on to our sessions now, and what you're gonna see is the average of the two shots. So I took these in basically rotation. So as I'm struggling with one, I would struggle with the other pretty much. I did say that the Mizuno had an incredible feel to it. I really did like it. I love the look of it, and something about it just gave me a little bit of confidence that I actually really, really liked. But let's go ahead and jump into both numbers here. And you're gonna see the Mizuno on top and my current driver on the bottom. So overall, between the 10 shots, I averaged 213.2 yards with the Mizuno and 204.5 with my current driver. And again, this is with me struggling a bit. I tend, when I'm averaging a little bit higher, when I'm hitting the ball better, to average a carry more around 230. But today I was struggling, and we just got to go with it, you know, because this is everyday life, basically, as a golfer. We understand that. And like I said, I keep it 100% real here on our channel, so that's really important to me. We have total rollout 235 with Mizuno, 225 with the Cobra Rad Speed. On average, my shots were 1.9 yards left of the center line with the Mizunos and 5.5 yards left with the Cobra. So I tend to hit a little bit more of that draw, even tend to hit even sometimes a hook draw with my current driver. Smash factor 1.47 versus 1.46. You're gonna see ball speed and club speed, and again, this did have the club stickers on it, so it's gonna be a little bit more accurate. 133.7 ball speed with the Mizuno, 91.6 club speed. 128.2 ball speed with the Cobra Rad Speed, and 87.8 club speed. So again, this is just par for the course. As I go through this process, it is what it is. The numbers are what they are. And I know the club speed's a little bit lower with the Cobra Rad Speed, and that could be for a number of reasons. I could just feel more confident with the Mizuno. I feel like I can swing it a little bit harder and still hit it straight. Could be a number of factors there. Total spin, 2102 backspin with the Mizuno, 2144 backspin with the Cobra. I think those are both pretty much right in line with maybe what I would want to see for my shot. I've had a lot of drivers I've tested before where my spin numbers were like 1600, and that's way too low for, you know, my club speed. So this is something that I don't mind seeing a little bit higher spin there. 357 right and 307 right, so this is side spin. Launch angle 12.4 versus 13.7. So I did get the Cobra launch angle up was a little bit higher, but again, I think that may be a little too high for what I'm looking for, possibly. Side 4.0 versus 4.2 to the left. The same angle is 30.3 with the Mizuno, 32.1 with the Cobra. Apex got a little bit higher with the Cobra as well, 68.4 versus 65.9. And then total flight time was pretty much average between both of them at 5.5 seconds. So based upon initial testing, just between the two and hitting the shots that I've hit, and again, between the two in the past day or so, just from warming up or wanting to test it in really good theory, I've probably hit about 50, 60 driver shots with each club, to be honest with you. And overall, I'm just saying I like the Mizuno a little bit better than my current driver, even though I love that red, white, and blue setup, and that's all appealing to me. Overall, it's more about consistency and being able to hit it. So I like the look of the driver. I love the finish of it. I like the way it feels in my hands. I like the confidence that I have with it in my hands. And I tend to hit the ball a little bit straighter for whatever reason that may be. Again, with similar hazardous, smoke hazardous RDX shafts on both, I just feel a little more confident with the Mizuno, and that some of it just comes down to how you feel about a club. And overall, I like the way it felt when I hit the ball well off the Mizuno a little bit more than I liked off the Cobra Rat Speed, personally. So I'm looking forward to continuing to test this club out and take it out and actually hit some real golf balls on a golf course. And I hope to be able to do some more video reviews for you here in the future if I can keep my hands on the club. If not, I'm going to continue to test and see what I can do, and if I like it enough, I'll just purchase it myself, which is perfectly fine. I've done that several times here on the channel. But now, let's go ahead and move on a bit, and we're going to go ahead and go to our accuracy testing. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit 5 shots with each club and see how many actual fairways we can hit on a particular course, and we'll pick that out now for you. All right, so for our accuracy testing, we're gonna be using GSPRO with the Uneekor EYEXO. You're gonna see the hole behind me, and the hole I selected was hole number 3 at one of the top 10 toughest PGA golf courses, which is Quail Hollow. So we're gonna take 5 shots with each driver. We're gonna alternate for you, and we're gonna see which one comes out on top with the accuracy testing, which one I'm able to hit better in regards to straightest. We're not worried about too much about distance with this one, but we're gonna see how straight we could hit each of these drivers side by side and head to head for this test. First up is gonna be the Mizuno STG 220. Next up in our alternating shot is gonna be my current driver, which is the Cobra Rat Speed. Okay, so that knocks out our entire club testing for the data in regards to total distance and spin numbers, as well as our accuracy test that we did here at Garage Golf here in the actual simulator. Let me know your thoughts about our testing methods if you have any questions or if there's anything that you'd like to see on the channel. So overall, with our total testing methods, including our total numbers, including spin and distance, as well as our accuracy testing we did here in the simulator, I couldn't be more pleased with this Mizuno STG 220 driver. I'm really glad I got the opportunity to test it. It's a beautiful golf club. Let me know your thoughts on it, but overall, I'm really, really happy with it. It's a great looking club. I think it performs well. Again, I'm struggling, so you know, I get out there what I can, and this is today what I was able to do. And I'll have good days and bad days like everybody else, but I think that's kind of what makes us unique here as a channel is, You know, again, I'm like a lot of golfers out there. I'm sure there are a lot of you golfers out there are much, much better than me, and that's okay. But this is from a mid-handicapper's perspective. So let me know your thoughts. If there's something, again, that we did or didn't do that you'd like to see, I'd love to hear from you and let us know so we can improve on future videos. We want to thank Mizuno again for sending us this driver to review. Hopefully I'll get an opportunity to continue to test this. The next thing I want to do is kind of maneuver the weights around a bit and test that as well. Maybe we can do another video on how that will affect our spin numbers, the total distance as well. Let me know if you'd like to see that video. For today, I kept everything in its stock setting the way that we received it. Once we get it out on the golf course a little bit more, I'm going to be testing out moving around some of those weights as well and see how that helps me with my golf swing, which you've seen today. It needs a little bit of work. So we're working on that as well. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give us a big thumbs up. We greatly appreciate that. Also, make sure to subscribe to our channel and click the bell notification for more videos like the one that you're seeing here today. If you have any questions at all, reach out to me anytime. Rollin@mygaragegolf.com. And of course, we're always here to answer your questions. If you want to know anything about what we're using here in the simulator, whether it be golf mats, screens, anything like that, launch monitors, or if you're interested in building one of your own at home, please reach out to me first. I'd love that opportunity to help you. I don't sell anything directly, and it's completely free of charge for us to help you. And if you use our links, it does help out the channel a bit. So that's how we continue to pump out videos like what you're seeing here today. Again, I couldn't be more impressed with the driver. I'm looking forward to continuing to test it. Very, very happy overall. I think it gave me a little bit more confidence, to be honest, just down at address. I liked the way it looked. I liked the way it felt. I was a little bit more accurate with it, and I hit it a little bit further than my current gamer. So I have some really, really good things to kind of contemplate and see about maybe making that switch in the bag. Let me know your thoughts. If it's something that you're interested in, do you have the Mizuno STG 220 driver on your radar? I'd like to know. Reach out to us in the comments. And until the next time, as always, keep on golfing, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks again.